Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 3-0 Take, where we talk all things Major League Baseball. Here's Kyle Corwin and Nate Reyes. It all starts right now.
Oh, welcome back to the 3-0 Take, presented by Chinook Cedar. This is episode 587. I'll be your host, Kyle Corwin. I'm here with my co-host, Nate Reyes. Nate.
KC, JB, how are we? Getting down to it, boys. Getting down to it.
I'd wanted to, I'll be honest with you, I'd wanted to lead off with running through some more Christmas wishes from the listeners, from the followers on social, just to continue that thread. But we started talking about baseball cards right before we hopped on. So I kind of just want to sit in this for a little while and just talk cards.
Sure. We can do that.
Yeah. You said, Nate, here. Okay. So
I'm just not familiar with it.
To get a little background, Nate, we're talking, we get on the topic of cards, and Nate says, which I've said this before myself, so I know I understand where he's coming from, but he said, I feel like I'd want to get back into cards. So I feel like I could see myself doing it.
I feel like it's also probably too late. It feels like a hobby that you could be too late to.
No, I was bringing that up because I was just going to have to break the unfortunate news to you that it is super expensive. Like it's an expensive hobby now. It is not what it used to be like when we were kids, where you could just go down to Target and get a pack for like $3.
I think that's part of that's a part of the attraction is like if I could just hit a little impulse buy for $5 and like find some kind of lottery ticket in there. But it sounds like they're not even put in those anymore. You got to buy specific boxes that are chrome.
You get more of a chance with the more expensive boxes. Like they guarantee a certain.
Yeah, I'm a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory golden ticket kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna scrounge up a couple quarters, go buy a little pack when I'm about to leave Target and see what's in there, kind of dude. But also I don't know. It's not something I like. You just showed me, I'm not going to out you, but like you just showed me a box you got today and I'm like, that's a round of golf. And I feel like I'm going to enjoy the round of golf a little bit more. It's hard to say.
Yeah. I mean, you could still go and get a pack off at Walmart or Target or whatever for like $7, $8, $10 or less. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It's tripled. It's tripled from back in the day.
Yeah, it's not a couple
10 cards
bucks
in there, right?
Now, if you find a, I don't know, I think there's like 15 or 16 a lot of times. I forget what it really is, but there's you can go if you go to like card shops and everything. They have like all the resealed products from the 80s and 90s, and you can literally pick those up for $1 a piece. There's nothing in them. Yeah. That era is just so oversaturated that people repack them, but they're fun to open.
It's got to be just like the rapid dopamine hits that these guys are chasing, where they're just like, it's the journey more than the destination in a way. You know what I mean? It's kind of got that vibe.
If you want to enjoy it, yes.
Yeah.
Like if you enjoy opening packs,
I think I gotta
absolutely
have a kid. That's
be.
probably my way in on this.
I don't know. I think there's still now. If you go into it thinking this is just an investment and I have to hit big and the rest of the stuff doesn't matter, you're probably going to be let down.
I see. I'm trying to find the balance of the two.
Yeah, where do you toe the line?
Yeah, like I want to enjoy the hobby again, and I like just shortly post COVID, like maybe a year or two after COVID really hit, I got back into it, and I was like, I gotta go over to Target, and I was running over to like six. I was running to like six Targets in the area. No, I wasn't one of those people.
Big time.
But I was trying to get to Target as early as I could. I mean, I wasn't waking up at like 4 a.m, but I was like trying to go over there as early as I could. I did make a stop before work, and I was like, that's crazy of me
That's how
to
you
do
know.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, this just isn't worth it anymore. But I'm trying to toe the line of wanting to get back into the hobby. So if somebody can convince me to get back into it, but I'm trying to get back into it for the sake of the hobby, but also be like, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be upset if I like landed on a
Maybe we
sick
do a little
card.
something like when we link up for a trip. Maybe that's what we
Yeah.
do. We
There you
get
go.
like one of those cool boxes that are like can almost kind of guarantee something legit, and then we just see what we do, and then it's a little content situation.
I'll be honest with you. The more you spend, the better chance you have of heartbreak.
Yeah, see that's
'cause you go
we
broke.
gotta find the sweet spot. Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking for that auto, and you get,
We do that. It'd be kind of cool because we go to the memorabilia shops every time we go to a new city anyway. So like, I think that'd be a good call. What do you think? You like that idea? I think that's enough to scratch the itch.
Maybe we strike the balance of like still going to like the top shelf memorabilia shops that we can find, like with the stuff that we really like and enjoy. It's got the good quality stuff.
Yeah.
But then back countering that with just like, hey, let's just go pick up what Target's best product, Walmart's best product, and then just see what we land on. I don't want to spend like
it's gonna be a box like this.
Yeah, like I don't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on it, but
Right.
enough
I
to
don't think anyone
scratch the
was
itch.
thinking that number.
No, but you know, I'm telling you, dude. Once that ball gets rolling, you're like, I gotta get back.
Dude, you're just fiending.
And this is like $30. There's 56 cards in here.
Yeah.
So you've got some packs. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you've got
There is a sensation of doing it. Like I did that with my little sister's boyfriend at one point. Like they went and dropped like I was like, how do you guys don't have any money? You're just spending $250 at a card shop. And then they were like, here, you can open one. I'm like, it's nice to be able to rip into
It takes
one
you
a
back,
little bit.
man. It takes you back.
Oh yeah.
It checks a box for sure.
We need to stop talking about it because I'm gonna just see if I can
selling
beat Target
yourself,
before
man.
they close tonight when we get
Yeah.
off here. Anyway, let's talk ball. Let's talk current events. The D-backs, little active. We'll start there. We'll start Merrill Kelly, the latest on Ketel Marte, but we'll start with Merrill Kelly, bringing him back on a 2-year, $40 million deal. Bringing him back, emphasizing back. They shipped him off to Texas, at the deadline? And now he is back in AZ. Do we like this move? Do we have concerns about this being their current? Well, where
Corbin Burns isn't anywhere near returning.
yeah. So does he slot in as like their?
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
he's still in the top of the rotation. It's just a matter of when everybody gets healthy, when everybody gets right.
Yeah. I mean, I feel deep down in my gut that he's a little bit of an innings eater. I feel like that's the case. Very similar to a Zach Gallen. Just going to almost guarantee 28 to 30 starts a year and get into that 160, 180 inning range. I feel like that's... And you need those guys. I don't know if I would want my rotation being led by a guy like that. No disrespect. But you need them.
Let's see. What are we looking at?
So yeah, I got the numbers here. Came into the league at 30, by the way, in 2019. Like
That's actually
kind of
crazy.
late to the game, but 183 innings. And then 21, 158 in 27 starts, 200 innings in 33, 177 and 2/3 in 30 starts, 24, only 13 starts. And really 22, 337, 23, 329. These are ERAs. In that 13 start season, 403, but then right back to, let's just talk Arizona for now. 22 starts. He made 10 in Texas, but while he was with Arizona, 22 starts and a 3.22 ERA and totaled for the season 184 innings. Innings eater sometimes gets a negative light shine, but you need them.
Yeah.
That is value.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, I'd like to see them do a little bit more. You just go back a couple years ago and you remember how good they were on the offensive side, and you're just like, if they can get back to that in a way. I know there's been some names that have changed, obviously, but like there's still a core that you can believe in. I think there's probably other guys that need to like take those next steps and kind of step into what they should be, but you get a little pitching going. It's strange to me to be like a surprise. I feel like you were gifted Corbin Burns. You know, like Corbin Burns is like, hey, I like it here. Let's figure it out. And it would feel like such a waste. I know he's out on injury, and like you can't push all your chips in the middle of the table necessarily while he's out, but like it feels strange to not support him a little bit more and like make that a true strength, especially with some young controllable bats.
I was really hoping Erod would have been more than what he's been, and I was really hoping that Fott would have been a little more than at least what he gave you last year. But yeah, I'm with you. I feel like the ceiling is maybe higher than some would expect for a team like the Diamondbacks, but to your point, they got to do more to give you a reason to believe that would actually be achieved. And
I think they're very underrated offensively. Like I think I would put Perdomo up as one of the most underrated players in baseball. And I would say he's easily a top 10 shortstop and does not get the credit for it. And he's going to step into some real good stuff. And I know we can get into like Ketel Marte because obviously there's some updates lately, but like,
let's get into it.
I'm interested to see how that goes. There's rumors around maybe being in on Bregman. They have other pieces, you know, Jordan Lawler, and then who's their other? Oh, who's that other young infielder? He's got a cool name. I don't remember it, but you know, Alec Thomas had a good year. I think didn't he have a good year last year? Kind of came into the scene a little bit more, maybe a second half. Corbin Carroll's a stud, obviously. Like Gabby Moreno needs to be what they moved him. You know, they made that move for him. I'm just kind of ready to see them take the next step. I don't know if last year was the norm or if it was, you know, or if 2 years ago was a fluke. Like, I can't figure it out.
Well, let's dive a little deeper into the Marte thing. As it stands right now, is owed $102.5 million over the next 6 seasons. But as we very well know at this point, is certainly being floated around the league, tied to a few teams, 2 of which I think we know for certain, being the Red Sox and the Mariners have been directly linked / interested. I'm trying to think if there's been anybody else in the last couple of days. It's any teams that have surfaced.
If there's a team not interested, I think I'd be more surprised.
Yeah, but I mean, no disrespect. What a team like the Pirates can say that they're interested, and it's just as we know with a team like, and I'm just picking on you, Josh. But it could really be any team like in the same ballpark, if you will. But it's like you would have, as we've seen just this offseason, like you'd have to overpay in order to draw them to your club. And I just don't know. Well, I mean that's talking more free agents, but in a situation of a trade, I just think you would need more infrastructure in place to really, you know, make it worth your while. And I just don't know. I don't know if a lesser tier team would be interested in doing that.
So the 2 things, obviously, I mean, you speak of the Pirates, they're on his limited no trade list, along with the Yankees, the Giants, the A's, the Cardinals.
Random list.
Like, yeah, like the Cardinals are at first you thought it was maybe location based, but I don't really understand what that list is. But either way, you would have to, I mean, for a team like the Pirates, you would have to convince Marte that it's worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's got to waive that no trade.
Yeah.
So that would be difficult. But the Diamondbacks are in a different situation because of the 10-5 rights, which I think is like 10 games into the season. With the Diamondbacks, he will reach 10-5 rights.
That's a really good point.
And then he has full veto ability to every trade.
Yeah.
So the Diamondbacks are also kind of they're motivated to move him for that reason.
Yeah.
Because if they do want to move him,
so strange.
It's
just,
now.
Like second base is there's it's not exactly a very deep position across the league. And I feel like he's at a steal contract wise. I think it's a great number and I get how that could bring on more attraction because it's so tradable, but like, I don't know, man. It's just, he's been so good there. And I feel like if you have all these other pieces and you can kind of take those next steps, I don't know. Diamondbacks are interesting to me. Blaze Alexander was the name I was trying to think of, by the way, that is a stud. There's basically like they have three shortstops that they need to figure out what to do with.
Yeah.
Between Perdomo, Blaze, and Jordan Lawler. And I think that's why Ketel Marte is somewhat movable. If they are in on an Alex Bregman, I know they just reportedly came out as like maybe like the dark horse team or a surprise team.
Mr. Team, yeah.
Kicking the tires on him. That would obviously mean
which is what
for certain Ketel move.
That's what Nightingale reported. And then I don't know if you saw, but Carabas, who has the direct connection there, direct line to Bregman, confirmed that it was more than that. Like it was a step beyond, maybe two beyond that. So don't be surprised if we see the Sox miss out on the opportunity to bring him back, which would just be laughable after the Devers saga. So with that said, if that is in fact the way this thing goes, whether it's to the Diamondbacks or whoever else, if they miss out on the chance to bring him back, look to the Red Sox as a team. And I think this is well within the works already as a team who would be after a guy like Marte, because you need some strength in that infield. And now you've got a Trevor Story, you've got Marcelo Meyer in the mix, who you can't necessarily rely on health wise, and you're needing some power. And I mean, no disrespect, but if you're looking to bring in the power via Ketel Marte, I know what he's done, but to point to a second baseman as a solution to your lack of power in the infield, that's a little alarming to me. Again, what he's done has been great. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I would just hope that there'd be, because you miss out on Schwarber, in a DH role, you miss out on Alonso. Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I would, as Josh was sort of alluding to, I would not be surprised if he's moved sooner rather than later.
And you do bring up like the match too of like the Diamondbacks, the outfield could probably use a little bit of love, right? Like you got an aging Lourdes Gurriel, and Corbin Carroll is Corbin Carroll, but like they kind of rotate between Jake McCarthy and Alec Thomas in center, and with the extra outfielders that the Red Sox have, it does seem like that could be a little bit of something plus some youth.
The Sox are great trade partners with a lot of teams. Well, I won't say a lot, but a few teams, namely the Diamondbacks, the Royals.
Heard that too.
The Mariners, with the pitching that the Red Sox were. I mean, it's a little different now with some of the additions or just shifts in the landscape there that they've seen. But there's a few teams out there that would suit very well with the Red Sox. But we shall see.
Where do you think Ketel goes?
Not
where
Boston.
you want him to go. Where does he go?
Not Boston. That's all I know. I'm back in my how would you describe it? I don't want to say helpless stage, but I'm just at a point where I'm just kind of like I'll believe it when I see it. Like you gave us glimpses of with like the Crochet trade and then signing Bregman, but how's the Bregman thing working out right now? So it's like I'm gonna need something a little more sustainable to believe that they would actually be able to bring in a guy like Marte. So because of that, I see him going elsewhere. So maybe Seattle is a team that's
back to Seattle.
Could get him. Yeah, they're linked to him. So we'll see.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing for Arizona is pitching. I think that's what they want back.
Yeah.
Even more so than outfield. Red Sox obviously have that. I don't know what Seattle has to offer as far as game ready and what if Arizona, kind of gets cold feet on this and just goes out and signs another pitcher, then all of a sudden they don't have to move him. It's a great contract for anyone else. It's a great contract for them still.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think I understand the incoming 10-5 rights, but it's like I would hang on to that, man. He's been great. He's obviously a great fit, and I don't think they're that far off from contending for a wild card. I'd keep him.
Speaking of contract, how do we feel about the Ha-Seong Kim $20 million deal to go play in Atlanta for a year? Look, I'm a Ha-Seong Kim truther, but
it's a lot of money.
I mean, for a year of Ha-Seong Kim, and I'm seeing all these Braves fans like, oh, we have a real shortstop. Welcome to the world of having a revolving door infielder. We've been dealing with this at second base, as I was just talking about. I've seen this story before. You don't have a real shortstop. You just have the next guy up, essentially. And I know he was there for a little bit last year, but it's like unless you make this a long-term thing, which apparently Anthopoulos was interested in making happen, is what I read, or that there was some disagreement, I guess, on final numbers that ultimately led it to just being a 1-year deal. But if there's an extension in play, then okay, then you've got your shortstop. But as of right now, you've just got a guy there.
What's strange to me is that I feel like I get the maybe not wanting to overcommit, but I think 2 years, 20 would have got it done. Like, I think Ha-Seong Kim would have been like, yeah, sign me up for that. You know what I mean? And then, if it doesn't pan out, it's like, release him. Who cares? It's only $10 million. Now it's 1 year, 20 that makes you almost kind of force yourself into being like, we got to give him a real shot this year. The trade for Dubon, was it a signing for Dubon? I think it was a trade. I like the athleticism of Dubon, and it's just odd. I don't know. It's a glaring hole. It's been a glaring hole, and they're just not addressing it the way anyone would think. They're making very odd decisions. No disrespect. I think the Walt Weiss hire, I know he's in-house, but it's just like, that doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't really shake up the way you wanted to shake up. I'm caught in between. I'm on the fence. They have so much talent. Let's just chalk last year up as a fluke. But, like, why are we still not addressing the very obvious problems? I don't know what to think of them.
I like him. I really do. And I know I said that earlier, but I really do like him. But it's just, if you're a team like the Braves, I just feel like you've got to be more aggressive in your pursuit of a position like shortstop and identifying. And granted, I'm still of the belief that they missed their opportunity on this. They missed the boat multiple times leading up to this point. So it's not like this is a new problem. They've missed out on multiple guys, I feel like. But is this just like a kick in the can down the road kind of thing? Like, you're not You're the Atlanta Braves. You're not a team that should just be, and this goes for so many more teams than just the Braves. I say the same thing about the Red Sox all the time. The Yankees are another team where I'm just like, you're better than these 1 year deals. Like I've said before, I think 1 year deals need to be banned. There's nothing more that just grinds my gears than 1 year deals. It's like and I understand that it's not super practical to implement that, but just like from the perspective of a fan, and I understand it's a business, but like nothing is worse than just having a guy sign on for 162 games and then he's gone. Like it's just and you don't create any opportunity for momentum with a given guy that you bring in. And so a situation like this, it's like this long-term marriage that Anthopoulos is quoted as saying that he wanted. It's like, if that doesn't pan out, it's like, okay, well, there goes Ha-Seong Kim on to the next 1 year deal. It's like, when does the revolving door stop?
I'll say, I'm sure it's a money thing. I'm not going to sit here and dive into money. I feel like this almost puts the nail in the coffin on Bo Bichette at short. Because that to me seems like the most obvious move for the Braves. That seemed to me like, yeah, make that happen somehow. And if you need to make a trade to shed some money weight, then that's what you need to do. But like Bo Bichette just seemed like a slam dunk here. And maybe there's more to him not being a long-term shortstop than what we're even talking about this offseason. To this extent, I think we could probably go deeper into it and assume that it's like a for sure thing now, right? Like,
well, he came out and said, or maybe not him exactly, but his camp basically came out and said that they're open to moving to second, which is just leverage goes out the window. Like once you reach that point in the process, you can kiss shortstop goodbye if you're Bo Bichette. But I don't know, man.
I'd rather take the money though, in a way.
Yeah.
So. Just for a couple things on money, Ha-Seong Kim was projected by both MLB Trade Rumors and Fangraphs to make $15 million a year. So those were 2 years and 3 years on those on the different sites, and so they're not going deep. So that's $30 million and $45 million. Yeah. So in order to get him for 1 year, it's $20 million. Kyle, I will say there's no such thing as a bad 1 year deal. Every one of them is good.
No, I know, but I just, again, it's selfish, but like just going back to the perspective of like a fan.
Yeah.
Or just, I don't know, just general clubhouse chemistry. Just general clubhouse chemistry. It's just like, I don't know. I know you can't you can't outfit your lineup with 6, 7, 8, 9 year deals everywhere. But I don't know. I hate seeing the reports of a guy signing for 1 year, which brings us to Adolis Garcia.
Early too. This early. Think about that.
Yeah.
Plenty of time. He had plenty of time. I'm sure other people were interested.
Well, I think that is part of the Braves, though, being aggressive. You know what I mean? Like going out and getting Iglesias and Suarez and like just doing what they're doing. They just had a really bad year. So I think getting him and shooting high,
I mean, that's great.
Is being aggressive. And I don't know. Yeah. If you're not ready to make him part of your core, a 1 year deal, you could do worse.
Well, it's not. I know we can move on in a sec. Is there a clear-cut shortstop hitting free agency next year that like is like, oh, the Braves are maybe kicking the can down the road for this?
There are a few things in baseball I hate more than 1 year deals and positional platoons.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of taken over, and that's the whole fall of the analytics too, you know, because I love utility guys. I love that one guy that you can pretty much put at any infield position or a fourth outfielder that can play all three.
No, but that's a utility guy.
That.
I'm talking about
what you're saying. But this now analytics is like, let's go right, left at every position, as many positions as we can, and it's like it's exhausting and it's ridiculous.
And it wins games. Oh, sorry.
No,
just like put It's so stupid because I get it. Anything that you're gonna say to like the analytics and what the data says, it's gonna be met with like, well, yeah, but this system is proven to be able to give you the better odds of winning more games. It's like, okay, whatever. But just like as a simple-minded just consumer of the game, it's like, can we just go back to having your best 9 guys out there and just let them go out and play 150 games a year?
Yeah,
like,
and that's why I can't stand the left on left stuff that we try to avoid. It's like it's just annoying. And I think that the further we get down this road, the more those stats are going to do it, because it's like, well, yeah, this lefty hitter's only getting so many lefty at bats. Of course the stats aren't going to be in his favor. And then I don't know, it's just pouring more into the narrative versus, because when we do get to postseason time, it is your best 9. And it is just, we're going to roll these guys out here no matter what. You're not doing the platoon stuff. So it's this give and take of like, do I want to load up wins in the regular season and then completely flip my strategy the postseason, or, try to ride it out the way a normal baseball season should be played?
Postseason baseball gives you the best form of baseball. And I know that may sound 100%. Obvious to some, but like all of the things that we love about baseball come to the surface for the postseason. You're sticking your best 9 guys in there for all 9 innings. You're seeing small ball. You're seeing hit and runs. You're seeing just high IQ baseball play. You're seeing all of it. You're seeing proper management of the bullpens. You're seeing the whole package.
And then we're told it's not good enough for 162, or it's not the right route to go for 162.
It's like if that's the system you're using to win the most important games of the season, why is that philosophy or philosophies not being applied to the entirety of the season? But I digress. We need to move on to Adolis Garcia, going back to my segue from like 30 minutes ago.
Talking about rejected.
Talking about a 1-year deal with Ha-Seong Kim, another 1-year deal, and Adolis Garcia. My favorite thing in baseball, 1-year deals.
Tough week.
$10 million with the Phils. This all but kicks old Nicky C to the curb. How do we feel about Adolis? My take was that this felt like a position. We talked about this last week with the Phillies, didn't we? About shaking things up and like certain guys could afford to be moved and other guys couldn't.
I don't know. Rinse, repeat every other episode, it feels like.
Yeah, but like to me, this felt like a position where I love me some Nicky C from time to time. But this just felt like one of those guys that you could afford to part ways with to rock the boat, but not rock it to the point of like, okay, this is an unrecognizable team. Because I don't think you have to go that far. But some of these guys, you just need to.
We went months hearing about their tiff between him and Rob Thompson. Like, it's just, it's staring you right in the face. I think this move all but solidifies it, like you said. And I like the potential out of Adolis Garcia more than I think we know what Nick Castellanos is at this point in his career. I don't know how he grades defensively. I do feel like he does I think the arm is terrible, but he does pretty well with the glove, it seems. I feel like a lot of flashy plays, and then maybe it's one of those like, well, the analytics say that he's like just got terrible range, but
well, yeah, the flashiness I think comes as a result of his inability or lack of agility,
have range,
to make
probably
routine plays.
That's what it is. I'm sure he's. I don't know how fans view him. Actually, I was going to say he's a fan favorite, but I don't know. Yeah, this seems like a no-brainer. I think Adolis Garcia is a superhero in a baseball uniform, and if he can figure out what to do at the plate, it's like that might be one of the most underrated signings of the offseason.
Nick Castellanos is famously one of the worst outfielders in baseball.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying.
Sliding catches, and a lot of like.
Yeah.
But it goes back to his lack of defensive ability.
It really does.
To.
It's not just the arm, it's range, it's reads, it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
He plays hard. So the sliding catches are something that maybe somebody else just catches on a run.
Yeah.
And Adolis Garcia is actually like well above average defensively. So
I think he's great. I like Adolis
Casti-
a lot. I'm surprised there weren't more fishing for him, to be honest.
Suitors, yeah.
the whole thing didn't make sense. The DFA or not or anything.
Cassie
Or non-tender.
Cassie infamously said, didn't he, in the postseason that it was after a diving catch, and he was like, well, yeah, because it's the postseason, that's why I did that. It's like, this is the guy that just flips the switch when he chooses, and that's the kind of guy that you're sticking out and right, whoever gets him.
Yeah.
Which the league has to be aware of that. So I think they're more just looking to see if they can tap into maybe a little bit of what's left and hope they hit the lottery with that.
I mean, maybe he's in. Is it ideal or too ideal if he's packaged with an Alec Boehm?
Wouldn't hate it.
And then they go get Bregman.
Everybody's
that
getting pregnant.
would be a great A off season if I was in Philly. I'd be thrilled with that. Bring back Schwarbs. That's a big shakeup.
I can easily see that happening, and then you text me immediately after it happens and said, I need you to track down that clip of me calling this, and then I proceed to make the clip.
It'd be great. It's very rare.
I can see it happening. Jorge Polanco. Mets and Polanco in agreement on a 2-year, $40 million deal. Mets, man, what a weird offseason this has been. They go get Polanco. Today they announced that they signed Luke Weaver to a 2-year, $22 million deal. Go ahead, Nate. The floor is yours. I mean, we can talk about them individually, but it seems as though you have a broader take about just the Mets in general.
They just love our leftovers. They just love Yankee leftovers, dude. It's going back a long time. This is nothing new.
I mean, you're talking Weaver, obviously, but just the moves they've made in general have raised some questions about what the vision is.
I think there's a lack of vision. I don't quite know. I mean, I liked Luke Weaver. I think he was one of those guys where he was having success and I didn't understand why. And then you're just like, oh, he's got like a pretty confident vibe and he's just kind of cool. That was it. Because like when you look at his stuff, it's like, I don't see how you're not getting crushed. I don't see how and then all of a sudden the second half of last season happens and you're like, oh, there it is. No confidence in the postseason, gave up very big, important home runs. So kind of a rough way to go out. But maybe this is something attractive for the Mets. I don't know. They liked Clay Holmes and then same story with him. Better stuff, by the way. I think Clay Holmes is nasty. Luke Weaver's just,
newly minted Team USA participant, by the way.
Yeah.
Clay Holmes.
I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing. It's maybe just closer by committee. The Yankees tried both of these guys in the closer role. We'll do the same. I don't know, between him and Devin Williams. And then Jorge Polanco moving to first base. They're letting names go. I understand a shakeup, but like they're letting names go and then like not filling it with.
Right. Like I understand.
I'm so confused.
I understand if you've got issue with Pete Alonso and you've just you realize you feel that you've reached the end of that chapter, but to respond with putting Jorge Polanco at first base in place of Alonso, I don't see the vision.
Me neither.
I don't see the vision.
Would you rather Polanco third, Vientos first?
I think Vientos is probably gone. I think he gets moved.
Is that? I mean, that could be Beatty, right? Beatty at third, so they're just moving on from Vientos. I mean, they're obviously trying to get defensive
too. This is it's just weird, man. This is a strange back-to-back off seasons of strange. I got Juan Soto is a like great job. Like that's a huge contract. I'm not saying anything about that, but like, let's turn Clay Holmes into a starter. Like, let's ignore starters and go get a closer and make him a starter. Let's let a starter who has a proven track record here go, and a closer with a proven track record go. And then let's follow it up with 2 questionable closers who, hopefully one of them pans out.
When did the Frankie Montas thing happen? Was that this past year?
Yeah, and then Brandon Nimmo leads. I wouldn't say leads, but he's in like a category of a lot of offensive stats as far as leaders go in Mets history, and they ship him out of town. Now there's talks about like, was there a rift between Lindor and Nimmo? Is there a rift between Lindor and Soto? Which I called, by the way, the second Soto signed there, that Lindor was no longer the guy and no longer the face of the franchise, and what that would do. It's very hodgepodgey. I feel like everyone can see it except them. And they think they're the smartest man in the room. And when we get to the end of next season, you're like, I freaking told you. This was a mess to begin with.
Right now, they're looking at a projected lineup of Lindor, Semien, Soto, Polanco, Vientos, McNeil, Alvarez, Beatty, and Carson Benj.
I like Jorge Polanco. I like him in the right role. I think he had a good year last year. If you use him and put him in the right lineup, and when I'm saying right lineup, I'm saying he's playing second base and he's hitting in the 6, 7, 8 hole, not 4 behind a generational hitter. Said it last episode. Soto is going to have 160 walks, dude, because Jorge Polanco is not scaring anybody. There's no protection behind him.
Yeah, that's crazy. What else is crazy? No, I'm just kidding. It's not really crazy, but we got to talk. Well, we don't even really have to talk him, but he's next in line. Kenley Jansen. We got there eventually. Kenley Jansen signing a 1-year deal, and I'm only including it. Like I left off names that signed larger deals, in favor of Kenley, just because giving him the respect he's owed for the career he's had. But all in all, not a move that necessarily moves the needle, but did sign a 1-year deal with the Tigers, has a club option for 2027. I saw today that he said he wanted to pitch for at least 4 more years. He's 38. Obviously, the league's active save leader. He's got 476 saves over 16 years. 2 away from tying Lee Smith. That's Hall of Famer Lee Smith to you for 3rd all-time. So
what's with pitchers in their late 30s saying, like, I'm for sure going to want to play for another 4 years? Like,
I mean, who outside of Verlander has said that?
I think Scherzer said it, didn't he?
Well, Scherzer's a psycho, but point taken.
Jamie Moyer probably said it.
Jamie Moyer said he
said it at 38, said it again at 48.
58.
Yeah.
Let's push this thing to 60. Satchel Paige came back.
Yeah.
How about that? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not I don't hate it, but it's just, I think we're still trying to figure out what direction the Tigers are moving this coming year, because as we talked, was it last episode, we talked about the scuba reports of him possibly being floated in some trade conversation. It's like, what trajectory are the Tigers taking this year? Because I don't know that. I mean, granted, not that there's like a huge market for back end relievers / closers at the moment, but
yeah,
I don't know.
JB, I don't know if you got his numbers pulled up, but I feel like Kenley has like figured a little bit out. I think there was a weird lull where he struggled.
29 to 30 saves last year.
Yeah. That's
So
what
like I said,
because he stopped like dominating with the cutter, and then it became like, let's get more four-seam fastball in, and then the velo came back, mixed in with an awesome cutter. I think there's been a little bit of like a pitch mix and then a velo ad that's made him a little more underrated lately.
It takes a lot to change your game. Like this was the lowest strikeouts per 9 he's ever had. But the ERA was as good as or better than it's been since 2021. The innings the most since 22. The whip is the lowest he's had since 2017. So, yeah, I mean, definitely figured some things out.
Yeah. I like it.
Relievers can go a little longer, right?
Sure.
I mean,
yeah, but
one inning at a time.
Sure, but I guess, and I'm really not trying to sound like a Debbie Downer here with the move. I guess I'll just say I'm indifferent about the move. I'm not fired up about it, but I also don't hate it. But at 38, like him figuring it out at 37, 38 is a little different than figuring out at 32. And I know I went on that rant last episode about we need to stop treating guys that are on the other side of 30 as if they're 95. But he's got some miles on that arm, man. Like he's been around the block. So I just wonder like what's left there. And like I said, what did I say? 29 to 30 save opportunities last year. So I'm not writing him off, but I just wonder
you are going to be adding and dropping him in fantasy next year. Just like everybody else.
I added him once and kept him the duration.
Good for you.
For the remainder of the season. In fact, I added Aroldis Chapman from free agency.
Is this
that was the steal of the year, I believe.
Go ahead and let everyone know you dropped though. You did win the league, so I don't think it hurts that.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean back to back. Who's really counting? The guy that I dropped was Nick Kurtz, but we don't need to talk about that because I'd handled my business elsewhere around the diamond. So
I don't like fantasy. I feel like the more blessed I am in real life, the worse my life in fantasy gets. Just getting worse.
So what does that say about my life then?
You tell me.
It's
not. I don't think it's a formula that everyone follows. I'm just saying me personally.
I don't know.
If you need
Nate's over here. I suck in fantasy, but I tell you what, man, I am blessed. Meanwhile, I've won back to back over here, and I tell you what, my life couldn't be worse.
You've got mold growing in your ceiling, so
no longer, sir. Went ahead and took care of that. Just like we're going to take care of our next segment, which is.
One second. Oh, I'm sorry, but
Josh is chatty tonight. I'll tell you that much. No disrespect.
Out of respect for Kenley Jansen, we had to say something about him.
Plenty of respect.
No, and I'm now it's my turn. His highest season ERA is still just 3.71. He never didn't have it figured out.
No, but look, when I say figured out, I mean like look, in the aforementioned Aroldis Chapman, like that's figuring it out. Having almost 30 saves at 37, 38, like that's figuring it out. Like something you inevitably
different
you have
body
to,
types, by the way.
Sure, but like you have to change with age. Like
yeah,
it's well documented, especially on the mound. Like you have to adjust the way you attack hitters, approach hitters, and clearly something's changed there with Jansen. So no disrespect to Jansen. I want to make that clear. I'm just saying, I just wonder if he's going to reach that 4-year mark that he's talking about. I don't know.
Hit the button.
Well, now I've lost the momentum for it. But next segment is
Murray's question of the week. Love it.
Murray wants to know: would you rather go back in time 10 minutes or be able to stop time for 10 minutes?
Ooh.
At any point or specifically right now?
I'm interpreting this at any point. Just having the ability to hit the
Whenever you wanna.
rewind button, go back 10 minutes, or stop time for 10 minutes. I'll be honest. I'm going to go ahead and say go back 10 minutes.
Super
Because-
butterfly effect question.
No doubt. But my mind, when I think stopping time, I'm thinking about it super linearly, and I'm just going, I would most likely use that ability to give myself some extra time to like think through a problem. And I'm like, what am I really going to accomplish in 10 minutes?
Right. Because then
But
you're
if I
staring
had-
at the clock.
Exactly. But if I have the ability to just go back, it's like, oh, I already know what I'm going back for. Let's just go ahead and go with, plan B, plan C, instead of the original plan that I went with on XYZ issue.
I'll go back in time 10 minutes.
And we're in business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're going back in time, you think about making a mistake or getting an opportunity to do something and just missing. You go back in time, you can, even if you do the same thing, but give it another try.
Place a live bet. Already know the result.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I mean, now we're just talking about scamming entire financial
scam.
ecosystems. But
I could go back 10 minutes and not interrupt Kyle.
it's fine. I won't take it personally.
Or I could pause time and just enjoy another 10 minutes right here. Right? So if you're like the sentimental type, you might actually just say, I want to sit in this for a moment.
I wish we could know we're in the good old days before we've actually left them,
It's a good point.
No, really, hey, apology or pseudo apology accepted. No harm done on the interruption. I was just trying to move us along to get to our final bit here, because I know that it's probably going to take us 6.5 hours. And that is JB, Josh is in the corner trivia.
I have a feeling you're going to crush this because you've already
said
started
that last week.
Yeah, but I tried not to say that because I didn't want to jinx it, but you stole some of my notes already. So I was going to talk Kenley Jansen a little bit and talk about how he has 476. You already said that he was number 3. And you already said
Mariano
that.
Rivera, Trevor Hoffman, Lee
boy.
Smith.
All right, here's the first part of this then. Let's do bonus points.
All right.
Let's do bonus points. What's it take to get a save? What are the qualifications to get an official save? By the way, 1969 became an official save.
Official stat.
Stat. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Tying run has to be on deck.
What? No.
Okay, so the first qualifier is you have to be winning, right? The second qualifier is the simple, not the situation of the game, but you have to finish the game.
Oh, up by 3 or less.
Those are those other, but like you have to finish the game and you have to be winning, right? Those are the two things that are in all scenarios. You have to be winning when you come in, and you have to finish the game. You can't get a save unless you finish.
Right.
Okay. Then there are 3 different criterias. If those first 2 things are right, what are the 3? And you're on the right path there. You said tying run where?
On deck. Or maybe in the hole. It's on deck.
One of them is tying run in the on deck circle at the plate or on the bases.
Okay.
So on deck circle that's one of them.
What? How?
That's why, like, if a closer comes in and they're up 5, that doesn't count.
But if you come in and you're up 3, if you come in and you're up 3,
okay.
What are
finish that one, because there's an end to that one.
I don't.
There's no more than 3 runs, right? No more than 3 runs.
Sure.
And then there's one more piece to that. Okay, let me give you a scenario. Let me give you a scenario. There's 2 outs, nobody's on, up 3, you bring me in, I get the last out. Do I get a save?
No.
No.
So what's the last
3
part
outs.
of that?
Full
3
inning.
outs. You have to pitch at least 1 inning with a 3-run lead.
Yeah.
But if I come into the game and the tying run is on deck or up to bat or on the bases, I
Then
do
it's a
get a
save.
save for that 1 out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if it's in the
Thought I
hole,
knew that.
you have to go full inning. But there's
Yeah.
one more.
Isn't it 6 outs?
No,
It's like an extended one.
there
I've
is an
seen-
extended one.
We've seen 4-out saves before. Well, I mean,
Yeah, but it's in that criteria. I think what I'm saying is that like if it is like a 4,
is it
5,
6
6
and,
run
is it
lead,
6
if
outs and
it's-
4 runs?
Nope.
I thought it was 6 outs. Is it 9 outs?
Yes. So it is pitch at least 3 innings, and there is no score tied to that one.
That makes sense.
If you finish the game, which is why it's important that the stat became official in 69, because there were a lot of relievers that would throw 4 innings.
Yeah.
No matter what the lead is, you still get a save for that.
Yeah.
You could be up 10 and get a save.
It's neat. I like that.
Okay, so that's the criteria. But either way, like we said, 2 saves behind the number 3 guy, which you named Lee Smith. You've already named that. Maybe we do a timer, then it doesn't have to take. Let's see how many players you can get in the top.
Oh, don't ask me about the top 10. I don't. Okay, let's
Craig
see.
Kimbrell.
Craig Kimbrell.
Okay.
I feel like Nate, you and I had this conversation at
Raleigh
one point.
Fingers.
No, listen to what I'm saying. We had this conversation at one point, and Dennis Eckersley's name was brought up, but
That's what I was thinking of, not Raleigh Fingers.
yeah. Well, if you listen to what I was saying, man, nobody's listening to me today. The Dennis Eckersley with the starts, I think, threw off his ability to finish top 10, right?
No.
Is he in the top 10?
197 starts. No, that's 197 wins. I'm sorry. 361 starts. Still number 9 on the list in saves.
So then we must have been talking like top 5 or something. Oh,
Maybe.
you know what it was? I think it was did Kenley reach a milestone this year, or was it the year before? I think somebody
Would've
reached
been-
a milestone, and I think it's when we were having that conversation, his name got brought up. So we must have been talking like top 5 or something. But anyway, okay. So how many do we got? 5?
Well, you named the first really quickly. You named Rivera, Hoffman. You've already said Smith. We heard Kimbrell already, and we've heard Eckersley already. So we're already
Joe Nathan.
6.
And Jansen.
6 if you count Jansen.
Jansen 6.
Joe Nathan.
There's number 10 right there.
Wow.
I feel like Goose Gossage didn't get enough to be top
No.
10.
No, he was 27.
Whoa.
Eric Gagne was a peak guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't in there.
I don't think Smoltz closed enough. How many? We have 3 left?
Francisco Rodriguez.
There you
K-Rod?
go. That's number
Nice.
6.
Yep.
Good.
K-Rod, yep.
You got 2 more.
These toughies.
First hint, both lefties.
We said Eckersley. Did we count that in our counting?
Yeah, Eckersley's not a lefty though.
No, sorry. I
okay.
was making sure we got him because I couldn't remember if you mentioned him in the mix.
Yeah, one's in the Hall of Fame, one is not. 422 for one guy, 424 for another.
And what numbers are like? What rankings are
These
these?
are 7 and 8.
7 and 8. Yeah, that tracks.
I don't think Hader's up there yet, is he?
No.
He is number 46.
Whoa. Trying to think of lefties.
That's like that's your closer guess equivalent of Mark Grace.
Just throwing names out there,
I mean,
man.
27 saves, and he's still active.
I mean, 25 homers.
Yeah.
The
We don't
Arizona
need to bring up
Diamondbacks.
old memories, guy.
Relax.
Just let it.
A
let it
memory. We
go.
just had the conversation a week
It's a
ago.
very long, distant memory.
Nate, earlier you mentioned Raleigh
Body's
Fingers.
not
He
even
is number
cold yet.
16.
Why do I feel like one of these guys is a Dodger?
I don't know.
So they're not. Okay, cool.
Well, the Dodger was number 4, Kenley Jansen.
That's Red Sox legend Kenley Jansen to you.
Yeah.
Angel legend.
Atlanta Brave.
Yeah.
All time great. Kenley Jansen. We said Kimbrel. What?
Boston does employ a lot of these guys. One of the
Not-
two you're
not
trying to think of
Papelbon.
played for them.
Not
Two
Papelbon.
lefties, right?
Oh,
Or are there
right.
3
Yeah,
names
not
left?
Papelbon.
That's right. No, two
Papelbon's
names.
11, and a current Boston Red Sox is
Shoot.
number 12.
How about that? How about old Pap getting up there at number
That
11?
is pretty high.
I'm going to guess that he's not going to be number 11 at the end of 2026
That's
because
fine.
of who's
I mean,
number 12.
still, the fact that he even reached that benchmark is impressive. I wouldn't have guessed that.
I can't think of anybody.
Okay, you mentioned Red Sox. Were either of the two left at one point or another employed by the Red Sox?
Yeah, that's why I said one of them,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just one?
just one of them.
Just one. Okay.
The other 2, 3 teams, but you're only going to remember him from, well, I only remember him from one, so I assume that's the case.
Is this even a guy that I would know? Is this the Hall of Famer?
The Hall of Famer is the one that
The non-Red
did play
Sox.
for the Red Sox.
Oh, he did play for the Red Sox.
Yeah, he did play for
Well,
the Red
this is embarrassing.
little
Why am I drawing a blank right now?
Not sure.
brain.
Recent Hall
Hold
of
on.
Famer.
Recent.
Like recent-ish. Let's see if I can track down what year he went in.
That would help.
What are we talking about?
He went in. He went into the Hall of Fame in 2025.
Oh.
Very recent Hall of Famer.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
Yeah.
Who just made it in?
Wait, Louis Tiant?
Nope.
No, he didn't go in. What am I saying? He also wasn't a closer. Also, he passed away. What am I even saying?
Jeff
right
Kent.
That's
No
26.
idea,
Yeah.
now? Shut up.
I
Also,
can't think of anybody.
Josh went straight for the year he got inducted, not even taking into account that he's not a pitcher.
Yeah, right. Or left-handed.
Or a closer.
Count it.
But he did.
What?
He did play on the same team as this guy, I think. Let me check.
What am I missing? What?
I think he played on the same team as this guy. I do have to check.
Red Sox Hall of Famer?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah.
Closer?
Dude, Jeff Kent played on this team when this guy had 44 saves in 1 year.
Who else Jeff Kent play for? He's a Blue Jay too, wasn't he?
Wasn't he in Astro at one point?
Oh. Maybe in 2003.
Bradledge.
Oh, that's 2004. That's
I don't
2004. Go back one more year.
I don't. Brandon Backey. No,
No,
I
and-
don't know.
And many more. I mean, this guy, there's
And many more. I'm out.
okay. Houston
Oh.
Astros is the team that you're thinking of.
Wagner?
Billy Wagner.
Oh, my
And the
gosh.
last guy you're thinking of, the New York Mets, and a little older. You're going back a little bit further. Not much, but a little bit further.
Doc Gooden was a starter.
Another guy who just said, I'm going to pitch for 4 more years.
Al Leiter.
No. He pitched from age 23 to age 44,
Hello.
which is how he got his 424 saves, I would think. New York Mets is what you're really he played for the Mets for 14 years.
A lefty Met.
He came up with Cincinnati, but then
I don't
then
know, ball.
moved on to the Mets for a very long time. Probably, like I said, you're not going to remember him from the Reds. You're going to remember him from the Mets.
I don't know, ball. I'm going to start my Taco Bell order on the app.
The last one, do you want me to give it to you?
No.
Okay.
Come on, KC. It's all up to you.
It is all up to you.
What decade?
His first year was 84, but his last year was 2005.
Arthur Rhodes. No. It's my guy. Last year was 2005.
Yeah.
Those are the only two teams he played for.
No, his last and final season was with the Houston Astros, but he only pitched 15 innings.
Give me all the teams he played for.
Cincinnati, New York Mets, Houston Astros.
Oh, so it's just a three.
It's just that. I mean, 14 years with the New York Mets. And like I said, if you're going to remember him, that's it. Because, I mean, he led the league in saves with Cincinnati, but that was 1988. I'm going to take a guess that you don't remember
You
that.
said he came up in 88?
No, he came up in 84.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, this guy, I mean, he pitched to he's 44. Like I said, this is another one of those I can throw 4 more years.
I'm gonna hate myself for missing
Career
this.
289 ERA.
That doesn't help me.
No, I'm just, throwing some things out there.
I refuse to keep Met history in my brain.
Give me more hints.
More hints.
Nationality. Give me nationality.
He was born in Brooklyn, New York. But I'm gonna guess. I don't want to do that. This thing's being recorded and put on the internet.
Sure is.
I don't want to just throw it out there.
No,
Oh
I'm
my
intrigued.
gosh! I mean, the dude he has a mustache and he's just like Rico's.
Mustache.
I can't. Oh shoot!
Everyone had a mustache back then.
Yeah, he's exactly what you would think everyone looked like.
Just look just like Keith Hernandez.
Oh man. Yeah.
Call
Okay.
it.
So I was Italian American.
Call it. Time of death. What is it? 8:41.
He's still alive.
Pacific.
No. JF initials. JF. Any guesses there?
Julio Franco.
There you go.
According to one of your shorts recently, there are no current players with this first name.
John.
John
Franklin. John Fernandez.
That was so close. That was so close.
John Franklin.
That was
John-
very close.
John
Frank-
Francisco. John
Still
Italian.
John
Keep going.
Francona.
Oh, that
John-
was even closer.
John
Brand-
Franconia.
Less letters.
John.
Franco.
Hey,
Wait, didn't you say that?
John
No.
Franco? No,
I said
we
Julio
haven't said-
Franco.
Oh, right.
I missed
It's like the
Julio
same thing,
Franco.
right?
Yeah, John Franco.
How about it?
How about it?
Excellent
it.
job, everyone. Good job.
Incorrectly
horrendous.
predicted that we would crush that yet again.
I mean, you got like
got 9 of the 10.
80% there very quickly.
I mean,
Got
yeah,
a
but
couple
half
guys
of
in
the
214th place. So
Yeah, well,
well, I don't
Speak
take
for
much
yourself.
pride in getting half the list when it's like one of the most obvious top fives in baseball record history. Yeah, give me Mariano Rivera, Trevor Hoffman, the guy that we just talked about. So I don't take much pride in getting those because that just feels like cheating.
John Franco.
But hey, good effort tonight.
I think I'm gonna get some nacho fries.
That's great. We'll bring it next time. Speaking of which, next time, when is going to be next time? Are we canning it for 2025?
Whoa, that's crazy to say out loud.
I feel like we got to, right? Because next Wednesday is
Christmas
Although-
Eve.
maybe
Eve.
who knows? Maybe we squeeze one in like Tuesday. Give people who are traveling a little something. I don't know. We'll see.
Works for me if it works for you guys.
No promises, but just throwing it out there.
Good stuff. Don't go chasing curveballs.
We got to work on maybe a sign off for Josh. But no, you know what, Josh? That's your homework. 2026. I'm gonna need to start things off with a sign off in 2026.
All right.
From the corner, we'll see you around the corner.
Stop. Don't let him come up with these
name's
ideas
Josh
on his own. Anywho's
Joshua.
Ooh, don't.
Oh,
actually, let's take a few minutes. Let's take a half hour, Josh, and talk about the
What's your
history
middle name?
of your name and why it came to be.
That's all right.
What's your middle name?
That's all right.
Josh, how old are you? How old are you, Josh?
Here we go.
We love you all as always. Looking forward to talking more baseball with you guys soon. Until next time, stay filthy.